Hi there, this is Jen Kitzmiller with the National Weather Service in Missoula, and I have your planning briefing recorded on Thursday, April 24th. So just to look at the key points, we are expecting some breezy east winds that are already in place today, Thursday, and are going to continue into Friday morning. Then we're looking at a relatively warm and dry pattern going into Saturday morning before we start to transition into a cooler and wetter pattern for Sunday and Monday. And then just as a heads up for those looking to do some prescribed burning, there is another window of time kind of showing up mid to late next week towards Thursday, Friday, where the majority of our models are showing a pattern towards more ridging and warmer and drier conditions. And here's that weather matrix, just kind of showing some of the threats coming up. The main one being as we get towards Sunday, Monday, potentially some snow in the higher terrain down to about 6,500 feet, and also looking at some breezy winds. Nothing overly strong, but breezy. So kind of just the overview. With the precipitation coming in this weekend, we are expecting some decent amount of rainfall, depending on where you are across the region. This is the 48-hour chance of wetting rain ending Monday morning. And so you'll see the highest probabilities are basically from Missoula south and east, especially down across the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest into southwest Montana. Whereas as you head further north and west, up close to the Idaho Panhandle, those probabilities really drop off quite a bit. Though that variation has to do with the track of the low that's going to be coming in. That looks like it's mainly going to be tracking pretty far south of the region and then swinging up through the Yellowstone area, mainly favoring southwest Montana for precipitation. Looking at potential final amounts, again, this is in that 48 hours ending Monday morning. On the low end, you see Missoula, north and west receiving no precipitation, whereas even areas like Butte and into southwest Montana were easily looking at a tenth to 2/10 of an inch, and that's on the low end of the forecast. If we jump up to the high end, we're looking at close to half an inch in some of those same areas. Whereas again, even in the high end up across northwest Montana, we're only looking at maybe up to a tenth of an inch. So quite a range of variability. As I mentioned, snow levels, especially by Monday morning, will be coming down to about 6,500 feet. So locations along the Continental Divide and into southwest Montana, maybe even over towards the Bitterroot National Forest, could have some light snow accumulations towards Monday morning. Now, as I mentioned, there is a signal showing up for another ridge of high pressure as we get into kind of mid to late next week. Most of our models are showing it, so there's fairly good confidence in this above normal precipitation or above normal temperature, below normal precipitation forecast as we're getting into the very beginning of May. I will say, as of now, it doesn't look like it's going to be a really prolonged ridge of high pressure, so it'll likely be kind of like what we've been seeing, where we have a day or two of drying, and then we maybe cool back down and get more showery. Just some of the details here, you can really see that timing of precipitation really being favored. Maybe Saturday afternoon with some showers and thunderstorms, but especially as we get into Sunday, Monday. Here you can just see those temperature trends slowly trending up through Saturday and then back down as we head into early next week. RHs, I put kind of a box around the time where the RHs are really going to be up quite a bit, and that's in that Sunday through Wednesday time frame. And then we start to maybe see some drier weather as we get out towards Thursday with that ridge building in. Here's the look at winds. As I mentioned, there are going to be some breezy winds, easterly gradient kind of continuing through Friday, then becoming more typical south to southwest winds as we get into the trough that comes in Sunday, Monday. But again, nothing overly strong. So that's all I have for today. Our next briefing is scheduled for Sunday, April 27th. In the meantime, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks and have a great day.